What's up, operators? Lots to talk about. I know it's been a while since my last vlog, and I've just been really busy, and there's been other contractors that have been doing their work, so there wasn't much operating going on. But today's the day. Today is the day that the plant that I've been begging, praying, hoping for 2 years is finally here. It's a huge day for me and our company. I'm on my way to meet the first delivery of supplies for my new plant. This truck has the blowers and the equipment and stuff like that. He was the first one because he didn't have to ride at nighttime and he didn't have an oversized load. So I'm going to meet him, and we're going to walk the entry into Chica and kind of plan out what our attack will be. The rest of the trucks will be here around, I don't know, I would say like 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight. So it's going to be a long night because they can't come into Monroe County until 9 o'clock. So they have to park in Florida City and wait till 9 o'clock because that's the rules. Lots been going on. We built the slab. Very nice slab. It's clean, it's strong. It's going to hold close to 1 million pounds on that slab. And we had our Aqua Disc mini filter delivered the other day, which was beautiful. I love Aqua Aerobics. I love the system of the mini disc system, and if you don't know, the mini disc system fills up with effluent water and then filters through a 10 micron cloth media, and then for a backwash it has a vacuum that runs off a 1 horsepower Goulds pump, and it sucks all the buildup off of the media. It's a really great system. I chose the best. I could have went with pressure filters at half the cost, but I decided that, I've run the Aqua Disc mini filter before, and they're just the best. We also bored all the pipe that was necessary, one coming from the main lift station going to the plant, and 2 coming out of the plant, 1 going to the manhole, which returns back to the lift station, and 1 going to the pond, which will in turn go out to reuse in the irrigation system. We also drilled it's about an 8-foot hole to fit our in-plant lift station in, installed that. The reuse storage tank, we've installed that, and we piped in the pumps and the discharge and our valve. The automatic valve that's on there has the 2 pipes, one coming from going to the pond and 1 going to the manhole. So if at all we don't make the standard of above a 3.0 NTU or below a 1.0 chlorine residual, that valve will trigger and it will switch and it will send the water to the manhole, which will in turn go back to the lift station and give me another chance to treat the water all over again. At the beginning of this, I started planning and talking with the AEC group out in Texas about building me a wastewater treatment plant to my specifications. The problem I see in my 12 years of experience of being a wastewater operator is that people draw things on paper, and when you get out in the field, maintenance operators, we usually have to change things because it's not really logical when you're operating, and it's not economical and efficient. Certain things may look good on paper, and they don't actually look good in the real world. When I was building houses, big mansions, we would have this problem all the time with the architects. Would draw something and we go out in the field and it wouldn't fit. Same thing with wastewater treatment plants. Engineers have their degree and they say this is how it goes and this is how it, well, luckily for me, I got with a good group of engineers that allowed me freedom to build this plant operator friendly. Everything in this plant, number one, can be taken apart. Every piece of the plant can be taken apart and replaced at a moment's notice. Each clarifier, each tank, the chlorine contact chamber, the filter, we can unbolt it and put a new one in. Every pump has true unions on it so that everything can be disassembled immediately, which makes maintenance easier. Engineers, in my opinion and in my experience, they don't care about maintenance. They build it, it happens, and then that's it. And then 10 years later, when an operator like me comes along and goes to try to maintain something, fittings are glued, 90s are glued, and couplings are glued right together to where there's no way to be able, nobody was thinking ahead of time to be able, like, what happens if this pump goes bad? Why am I going to make everything so tight? So what we've done, me and David, we've just made it so that everything can be taken apart at a moment's notice, and just makes it easier for us because we know things are going to fail. We know pipes are going to break. We know equipment is going to go bad. That's guaranteed in this industry. So I'll give you a little preview of the plant I built. I have a 360 drawing that if you can see, it's really, really awesome. It fits together very well. It's a beautiful plant, and a couple things you'll notice is that the clarifier and the aeration basin aren't the same tank. I did that for a major reason. Is number one, when you put those two tanks together, you have no control, right? And so what I did was I separated out and created some H piping, and they each have valves. So the possibility arises where I want to run 2 trains, 1 clarifier, I have the option to. If I want to run 1 train and 2 clarifiers, I have the option. And being an operator is really all about options. I know a lot of you guys out there that are watching this have plants that you're stuck where you're at, you know, and I just have been blessed to have the opportunity to actually create something that it will work. It will work, and it will work awesome, and there'll be very minimal struggle, stress, extra work that has to go into it because I've already done the trial and error. I've already been on the plants that have these problems, and I've solved them, and we've changed them in this plant. So every part of this plant has been technically engineered by an operator. An operator has had his hand in the building of this plant, which is very, very rare. Very rare. And I've been around where plants are being built, and politics and government and, you know, engineers, and it's not like I don't like engineers. I have engineer friends, and I think dearly of them, but they're far and few between. And these are ones that actually have operating experience and that understand that, hey, I have to listen to this operator because he's going to be the one running it. I'm not going to run it, so why don't I just give him what he wants? If it fits within the scope, hydraulics, flow-wise, everything, which I already thought about anyway, I wouldn't bring anything to them that would disrupt the flow. Why don't I just give it to them, you know? So that's what you have right here with this plant, and I'm super excited. A lot of work is going to be going on in the next week or two. We have a deadline of March 30th.